Truly local people, local news and local events.
Hi and welcome back. This is episode 2 of Dewsbury TV. Coming up this week, something is on fire. It's Summer's Fair at the Trojans. The Walker Welfare Centre gets a clean up. A frog gets tickled. We go looking for a famous ghost. The spooky goings on this week on Dewsbury TV.
Hi, I'm Linda Laws.
And I'm Kevin Brownridge, and we're the new comedy duo Hot Fudge Sunday.
Best of luck to Dewsbury TV.
In San Diego, we're watching Dewsbury TV.
Cheers, mate.
I'm Shaun.
And I'm Anna. A litter of police puppies will be named by son of Dewsbury-born police officer who was killed in a motorway tragedy. The 9-week-old puppies are to be given to their handlers this week. They were born in April on the day the first dog section was named in honour of PC Mark Goodlad, who died while helping a stranded motorist on the M1 near Wakefield. He had just passed the test required to join the force's dog section. Now, PC Goodlad's son Ben has the task of coming up with 5 names beginning with X, the letter assigned to the litter. Sergeant Rick Green said each litter is assigned a letter of the alphabet and this one is the X litter. I'm pleased that Ben has agreed to name the puppies and I will be interested to see what names he comes up with.
Stunning aerial acrobatics and fun-filled animal shows will be among the main attractions at this year's Murfield show. International performers above and beyond will thrill crowds on Sunday, August the 18th with a show featuring flying trapeze, rope, silks, hoops, swinging and acrobatics at up to 35 feet in the air. And young audience members could find themselves being part of the action when agricultural entertainer Bob Hogg takes the main ring with 2 entertaining animal displays. Sheep and their jockeys will race round a course of brightly coloured jumps to the finish line in the Lamb National. And little ones will be invited into the arena as dogs will guide ducks around an obstacle course complete with slides during Bob's Sheep, Dog and Ducks.
Fundraising for the Mayor of Kirklees charity appeal will step up a level later this month when a sponsored walk is held in North Kirklees. People of all ages are invited to join Councillor Martin Bolt and Dewsbury Rams mascot Roger Ram for a walk from Murfield Library to the Tetley Stadium on Sunday, July the 14th. And everyone who takes part will be able to buy tickets for the Rams match against York that day for just £2.
A Dewsbury-based furniture company has been fined thousands of pounds after its mattresses and sofas were found to be unsafe. iSleep, along with a number of other firms, faced magistrates after a West Yorkshire Trading Standards investigation. Kirklees Magistrates Court imposed fines and costs totalling £16,890 on multiple businesses across the north of England in relation to the importation, manufacture and supply of unsafe furniture.
A train service linking Murfield to the capital has proved so popular that an extra service will be added to the timetable later this year. Grand Central's announcement was welcomed this week by Councillor Martin Bolt, who was part of an earlier campaign to have Murfield added as a stopping point on the Bradford-London route. Despite being initially rebuffed, Councillor Bolt was able to convince officials that an extra train to the capital should stop at Murfield Station. He said, having been told by Kirklees officers that it was not feasible, I met with senior management at Grand Central in Murfield and they were impressed by the potential of an added stop and worked to make this happen. An additional service each day will now make those journeys more accessible to Kirklees travellers.
Kirklees schools spent more than £4.5 million on supply teachers during this last financial year. 3 Dewsbury schools alone shelled out £765,000. They were Westbury High School, Elseaton Technology College and St John Fisher's Catholic High School. In total, secondary schools spent just over £2 million on supply teachers, and an almost identical amount was paid out by primary schools.
And that was the news this week. I'm Anna Seed.
And I'm Shaun.
We want you to be a part of the show. If you've got any interesting pictures or videos, please send them to us at dewsburytv@gmail.com.
This week we're coming to you from the Whitley Beaumont Temple, where later we're going to be chasing ghosties and ghoulies.
I hope I get caught by the ghosties.
I hope I get caught by surprise.
The Walker Welfare Building stands near to Thornhill's Junior and Infant School. It was built as an elementary school in 1813 at the expense of a local farmer, Mr. Richard Walker. It was later extended in 1896. Recently, the building has been neglected. However, thanks to the efforts of locals Shaun Maddox and Kevin Megson, this was about to change. Kevin Megson issued us with this following statement. The Walker Welfare Club has been there as far back as I can remember and is a part of my life. My children and grandchildren are always asking me what it was used for. My grandparents, Edith and Harry, they had their golden wedding anniversary there, and some of my family went there when it was a school. We voted there and had other functions there too. So when Shaun asked me if I could clean up the place, I was more than happy to do so. We wanted to make it presentable for Thornhill. It's just a great building. I just hope we can get it back to how it was. Here are 2 photos showing before and after some of the work was carried out. Kevin offered his services to Thornhill again, this time with his brother Alan. The grass section at the cross, which is part of the historical marketplace, was in need of tidying up. Here is a photo taken after the efforts of brothers Kevin and Alan Megson. For more information on hedgerow gardening services, please contact the number on screen.
After episode 1, we thought we'd give you the feedback as to how episode 1 went and discuss it. So we got most of the feedback taken from Facebook and YouTube, and various people commented. We'll start off with Shelley Thompson from Facebook, and she said, "Fantastic first episode. My daughter was one of the Panache cheerleaders and they all thoroughly enjoyed being involved in the event. Well done."
Then we've got a comment also via Facebook. This from Barbara Hunter from Australia. "I really enjoyed watching you at Dewsbury TV. You were brilliant." Thanks very much, Barbara.
Thank you for that. Spazzy Tazzy from Facebook, who seems to be quite a character, says, "What an absolute pleasure. I got to admit, I was a little unsure as I expect nothing but doom and gloom. I don't watch the news or read the papers. It's all filled with sad, depressing stories. But I have to say that I may be converted. Something to make people smile, something to make people feel proud, and something to feel good about. Well done, guys. A lot of hard work and effort has been made, and I'm sure it's going to pay off." Thank you for that. And I do agree, the news is doom and gloom, almost deliberately, I think.
Okay, so next up again via Facebook, we've got Jeff Blacker. He's put, "See Steve-O is still as tight as ever. The only guy I know is ducked out of the market house back door when it was his round."
Yeah, he won't be the only one, I'm sure.
No.
Stephen Lloyd from Facebook says, "Where can I get a Dewsbury TV cap?" Short supply at the moment, I'm afraid, but we've got some more coming in, and we will make them available. They're going to be around about £8 a piece. If you fancy one, we'll have to work out how you're going to get it and how you're going to pay us. Maybe PayPal or something, or pick them up personally.
Okay, next up Facebook again, we've got Stuart Lindsay. "Great first episode. Move over Duncan Wood and Christine Talbot."
That's old information. Christine Talbot's no longer on the scene. Apparently she had a big dispute with her employers. It's all over the news. 150 grand a year apparently.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart.
Nobody tells Shaun. And Kevin Whittaker from Facebook said a great first show, congrats to all involved. Straight on.
Okay, and Facebook again, we've got Roger Ram. Right, big thumbs up guys, you pulled off a great bit of video work there. I like it a lot. Thank you, Roger Ram.
He would like it. It was one of the main features of the first episode. Ricky Roberts from Facebook, he says, good to know I can keep track of my hometown down south. Keep it up you guys. And that's been a common theme. Lots of people are displaced from Dewsbury, either in the UK or especially places like America and Australia. And they've certainly latched onto the show, so thank you very much for that.
Right, and next up, Facebook again, Harry Overend. Harry's put, I knew it would be fun. Congratulations to all concerned with getting the inaugural episode 1 up and running. Good to see North Kirklees leading the way. We are. Looking forward to seeing lots more. Thanks, Harry.
Okay, Janet Lee from Facebook again, and from California. Had a smile on my face the whole time. Great to hear the accents and see what's going on around town. Glad you kept the aftertake bits in, I think she means the outtakes. Made it more down to earth and real. Music was great, loved it. It's nice that you slipped my pick from California in there. Well, we were thinking about you. Cheers to you. Worth waiting for. Thank you very much, Janet.
Yeah, Janet, we appreciate the bits and pieces you sent through to us.
Yeah, they'll be in this week's somewhere.
So Facebook again, Melanie Jane Kershaw, Vancouver in Canada. Had a smile on my face the whole time too. Dewsbury TV, thank you. It was wonderful to have Dewsbury in my living room in Vancouver. Can't wait till the next show. Well done. Thank you.
I used to live in Vancouver actually, Burnaby Heights. I'm sure you'll be aware of that place.
You're probably not interested either.
You're probably not interested. John Wilmington from Facebook again says, just great. Like I said, pat yourself on the back. It's better than Corrie. Proud to be a Dewsbury lad. Well done. Anything's better than Corrie.
Yeah, it's Willington. Sorry about his mistake. All right, we've got...
what did I say?
You didn't say Willington anyway. YouTube, Robbie Robinson. Good idea. Crack on. Can only do well for the community around us. Thank you, we're doing his best.
Robbie Robinson's somebody quite high up in the music industry.
No.
David Graham from YouTube says, a good idea, well made, but I could do without the dolphins. I would prefer to see stills of the local area. Local area, not quite a still, but it's there.
It's not Dewsbury, but there's no dolphins. He put the dolphins in.
The dolphins are my idea. I just wanted it to be visually exciting for the first episode. Okay, the dolphins have gone. We won't say where, but they've gone now.
Yeah. We just need to get Dewsbury in it now. We'll be all right.
The local fish and chip shops just had a bit of a windfall.
So Nigel Muffet from YouTube, he's put great name for the woman presenter.
You finally got that out, didn't
Yeah.
you? That's Anna Seed, of course. Mrs. Seed will be very impressed with that. Rebecca Chadwick from YouTube, too much emphasis on a rugby win before most people were born. And I've never seen a dolphin in Dewsbury, more like a rotten trout. Okay, well, the rugby was important last week. Steve-O was quite a major character, and we thought we didn't want to really edit him down too much. And the dolphins, we've discussed.
YouTube, Kevin Whittaker, great show. Good to see local people doing proper local news. Congrats. And that's from Anna.
No, it's from Anna. It says congrats, Anna.
What does that mean?
For some reason, that's directed personally towards Anna. Now, one from Anna Maria Brown, YouTube. Since when did we have dolphins in Dewsbury? Okay, we've covered that.
Okay, YouTube. Hugh Rain, all the best with it, but please lose the weird fantasy background. How's about some stills from the local area instead? Dolphins? I told him.
Local area.
Not so local, but it's more local than the dolphins.
Local area. Barbara Hunter from Facebook sent us an email from her friend Elaine Mullings, whose husband played rugby and then emigrated to Australia at the same time as Steve-O. And the email states, thanks for the video, Dewsbury TV, great to hear Steve-O, we knew him well. And that's the feedback from week 1. Thank you very much. Keep it rolling. We will try and feature it each week.
If there's some people that we have missed, if we're not ignoring you, please keep the feedback coming. We'll try and get it on the next show.
And also, we need to find out where the events are. Please feel free to send us a message or invite us round to your local events. and we'll come round with the camera and my friend here and we shall cover it.
Thank you.
Black Dick, or to give him his correct name, Sir Richard Beaumont, was born in 1574. He was knighted in 1609 by King James I, who gave him the nickname Black Dick of the North. He was MP for Pontefract in 1625 and died unmarried in 1631. He lies in a splendid tomb in the Beaumont Chapel of Kirkheaton Church. Black Dick's Tower is a prominent feature of Murfield's skyline, although surprisingly it doesn't have any relationship to Black Dick himself, its true function being that of a summer house in the gardens of Whitley Hall and was built sometime after his death. After the hall was demolished, the site was open cast mined, removing any remaining traces. All that remains today is the summer house, or temple, as it was sometimes known. On the 5th of July, Sir Richard Beaumont's ghost is reputed to appear, and we are here with a Paranormal Encounters group from Facebook and based in Dewsbury. Will we see or hear from Sir Richard Beaumont's ghost tonight. We are here with trained psychics and experienced investigators. Please don't try this at home. The estate is privately owned, but we had special permission to investigate, and we initially walked down to where the hall used to be. Maria was already receiving information from the
like
spirits.
little, you know, like huts kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, like where people go in and out, maybe storage halls or something like that.
Dairies and stuff like that.
That's what I can pick up on round here. You know, I
mean, from what we can gather from the history, I mean, the estate was self-sufficient, so there would have been plenty of storage buildings, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there certainly was.
There must have been a lot of animals. I know there's no animals now, but they would have kept a lot of animals on here. You know, little here.
Yeah.
Right, I'm getting the name of Tom as well as I'm just walking along here.
So this is start at Formal Gardens now that we're coming to. Rhododendron bushes. Where these fir trees finish, that's where gardens start.
13.8. Where before down there was 16.
There's a man just stood here, there, a gentleman is just watching what we're doing. Stood where? Just here.
A what, sorry, I didn't hear.
A man, just there, because he called me over.
Can you see what he looks like, Maria?
He's not someone from the house. He's got like you know, like a shirt and you know what I call like similar to corduroy pants, trousers on. He's got old, really shabby looking leather boots.
Watch yourself.
He's definitely a worker. He's showing me his hands. So, you know, they're rough hands as well.
Is it from this era then, or is it from closer to the future?
No, he's from the 18... He's mentioning 1839. And I'm getting, again, the name Albert. I got that earlier on. He said he would have had 7 children and they all worked the farm. His wife died young, he's making me aware of. And she worked more in the house, so she was where he and the children worked on the farmland. She would have been working inside the house as well.
Just be like
pushed back
to this edge.
Because
that's all that's
they're also making me aware of a big celebration where everyone from around the area would have been invited. So they must have been higher up in society for them to allow the people to come, and people would have been invited to come. They couldn't just turn up, I'm being told. He's also showing me, I'm talking to a gentleman now, and he's looking very smart, and he's got like darkish hair. He's looking very, not round in his face, more narrow in his face that I'm picking up on. And he's having, you know, them higher set collars with like a ruffled bit at the front. That's what he's showing me. And he would have worn a really nice, like a tailored, what I would call a tailored jacket now. Do you understand?
I can picture what you mean.
Yeah, do you understand what I'm saying? And he's also showing me the view from where he was stood, and this why they chose this bit here. And I was just saying, yeah, I like the lights. He says we didn't have the lights. But he's making me aware of looking out on to the horizon, and they could actually see the people coming from miles and miles in, and it would have looked similar to the lights with the lanterns that they would have had, okay?
After spending quite some time at the site of the old hall, with Maria Stiles picking up a lot of information, it was time to head into the dark woods and see what we could find.
Just watching people.
Yeah, I can hear something.
Yeah.
That'd be a fox or something.
No, I can feel the energy there.
Can you?
There's definitely children in that area playing.
Right in the centre there?
Yeah, definitely there.
Well, that right over there?
Yeah,
that's the foot
yeah.
of the quarry. And we think that quarry shown on the map there, 1600 with big stone, the quarry was. But we want to go to the top of there.
Get away from that edge.
Was there like
Try
a
to find
water system, something to do with water on here?
Rob,
Yeah.
Rob.
Something to do with water on here, round here, this
Yeah.
area. Right, okay. Because I keep getting a bridge all the time. Someone is talking about a bridge.
On the old maps, Maria, it does show an old well somewhere around here, but we can't find it, so I think it might have been filled in.
Yeah.
Can you ask the spirit?
It's I know there should be a bridge here because ever since we started off at the bottom, they kept talking about a bridge.
Are we not on his own, Maria?
No, we're not. We're never on our own.
See, I never. Well, I'm saying I never. I have done in here.
Right.
I haven't sensed anything yet.
Can you look over there? If you look through, there is a gentleman stood over there looking at us. Just there. Can you see?
I can't see anybody.
Jane, can you see? Through that gap there.
Yes, I can.
Can anybody's cameras reach that far? Mine won't. Where am I going to?
Just straight on there.
I can see something over there, but I don't know if it's reflection of something.
Where?
Straight through the middle of the trees.
Yeah, that's it.
Where? What, like somebody stood there?
I just can see some reflections coming back as if there's something there.
Yeah. Something there, boys, but...
Straight through the middle. Straight through the middle,
Yeah,
can you see it?
can you see it?
Definitely cold around here.
I think we're being watched by a poacher. Like someone who would poach the land.
The ladies are picking up on we're being followed by a male spirit, and she thinks that we should have a male behind the women because it's us that is focusing on.
We'll okay you then. Alright, okay, well,
And it's not a nice.
don't write it back, it killed them, mate.
At this point we began to pick up on a negative energy, one that was hostile to our presence. Quite a number of people had bad headaches. We headed back down the hill to an area known as the Monument.
I'll take them, Marie. I've totally lost my bearings now. How? Oh, you bloody idiot!
That serves you right. You did that to
Look
me.
at him there, sat there. Look.
You get a photograph. Keep her blind him now.
Ah, Keith!
Yeah, keep blinding. He deserves it.
It's definitely fighting, not with guns.
No, it's a long time ago.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, I get quite a few. Well, when I say quite a few, like a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
Probably all that were
There'll be a
available.
lot of people killed there.
A lot of blood and people lying on the
Yeah,
ground.
I can see, where limbs had been not just like stabbed, but like what I call brutally killed as well. I'm also being made aware of senseless attacks, so they didn't even know what they were fighting for. It was more like a land and ownership and...
The original Beaumont was called Belamonte. De Belamonte, that was the original name.
Yeah.
And they came to blows, was it family in Elland? Big landowners in Elland,
Right.
over land ownership, and that goes back to the 1100s.
All right, okay, then that ties in then, doesn't it?
But the Belamontes then became the Beaumonts, and
Right.
they acquired the land.
Yeah.
I think it was the late 13th century.
Right, okay.
And
This
they've been here
hilltop,
ever
though,
since.
this hilltop was the focus of things.
Must have been.
There's a lot of bodies underneath here. If you know what I mean. They wouldn't have picked them up and taken them somewhere to be buried, because I definitely feel really heavy way.
Think like a mass grave rather than spread out.
Yeah, more than that, just digging holes and putting them all in all the way. That's how I feel. I don't think they would have taken the time to take them back to their families. They wouldn't have done that.
So Maria certainly picked up on the monument being the focus of some kind of battle quite some time ago. Being close to midnight, we were keen to get back to the temple. where reputedly Sir Richard Beaumont was due to appear.
Rob?
Yeah.
Is that
You're not listening, you're missing all this.
I'm listening now.
I have just asked if she's got Richard Beaumont here. I have just asked if he remembers two little boys years ago, and he does. And I says, is one of the boys here? And he pointed to you.
But he was pointing over there.
But we're not sure if he was...
You know when I said you need to come over here, it was as you were walking towards us.
There you go.
Can you
ask him what he was doing at the
At the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says you were really scared. You
Yeah.
liked it.
I did. I did.
Because it made him chuckle. I didn't realise that you could see him.
I'm not scared of him now.
Yeah, no, but you were then. and
He
he's
wants to
laughing.
see him now.
Yeah, he says too late. You only get one chance at it.
Oh,
No.
what is showing sign?
Is what he likes. He likes the laughter that people create. He's saying he's had other people up here and they were really miserable.
So we were coming to the end of what had been a very interesting and a very active night. Time to hear what some people thought of it and some of the conclusions.
I'm a clairvoyant medium, and I've been working with spirit ever since I was a young child. I came over to England and I experienced my first spiritualist church when I was in my early 20s, and from then on I did follow my path of the clairvoyance. So I am a fully trained medium, and I do work in churches and I have my own groups of development as well. I've been doing a lot of paranormal work in the past, where I've had some lovely experiences, and like tonight's been one of the best ones I've had so far, and I do believe it's because we've had a good group going on tonight as well. So the experiences that I've had tonight is I've picked up on quite a few names, and I always make a habit of not knowing anything about the place that I go so that I don't get influenced in any way whatsoever. So I was actually quite surprised of the names that I picked up on. I really was surprised when I picked up on the battle that went on in the field. More the horses and the animals I could see, and the actual experiences throughout the periods, because I picked up on different eras as well, and I did connect with the energies that came from those eras as well. So they gave me a lot of information that I passed on to the group. The one thing I didn't like tonight was when towards the end, when we went into the woods again, and I picked up a male energy, which was what I describe as a lower level energy, because they were very angry in their life, and they basically want their peace and quiet, and they don't want people like us coming in and disturbing their peace. I do believe that this group is a very gifted group, because everyone was picking up individual things themselves, so making it more interesting to piece things together as a group with the experiences. I really liked the experience that I had by the tower when I actually connected with Richard Beaumont, coming in and giving me a lot of information about himself and about the setup of the group, that we are going in the right direction of setting up the right thing, giving me a lot of information about his gambling and his drinking and the way he was when he was alive, which was really nice, because I do see things in my third eye. It's like me like reliving their life while they're giving me the information, which is very interesting for me to see, and it's nice to give this information back to the group as well. What else did we experience tonight? We've heard a lot of noises which you do when you do these events, but I want to say that I did not personally experience any negative energies in a bad way. I feel it's been very uplifting this evening, and it's been a joy to be part of the group tonight and work with the paranormal group. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for inviting me to be their medium tonight.
I've come here tonight basically because we're looking for Sir Richard Beaumont. He's supposed to wander the grounds on the 5th of July at midnight every year. Thanks to the farmer that now owns the land, we've had access to the whole of the estate, including the gardens. We've had his medium with us tonight. She's picked up on quite a lot of the history of the place. The lot of things that Maria, our medium, has picked up on tonight is true. it's documented in history books.
Which you didn't know before.
No, she didn't know anything about it. And to be honest, there's not that much history about the place. It's just bits that I found and managed to put together. There's a long line of Beaumont family that lived at the hall over the years. But the main focus is on Sir Richard Beaumont, who's also known as Black Dick, who's set to wander the grounds.
And tonight was an anniversary of him, or he's supposed to appear tonight.
Yeah, he's supposed to appear at midnight on the 5th of July every year. He has come through, we haven't seen him, but he has come through to Maria, and he's spoken to us through Maria, which has been really, really good.
It's quite an achievement, really, isn't it?
It
You've
is.
achieved what you wanted to achieve.
We have, yeah. It's been a really, really good night. Really good night. One of the best investigations that we've done. I'm really pleased with how it's gone. I think most of the activity was down by the hall, where the hall used to stand.
Yeah, in the sort of surrounding gardens, like the old formal garden area, certainly where the old kitchen garden wall still stands. We actually captured some unusual light anomalies. Well, not necessarily light anomalies, more ghostly images which are caught in the background of some of the pictures that we took, which seemed quite unusual. And while we were talking amongst ourselves, one of the team, Marie Bridgewater, she's known as the clumsy one. She walked straight into a tree branch which got her on the forehead, and just prior to that happening, within seconds of that happening, something projected a strange cackle type laugh, which I've caught on my video footage.
It sounded to be quite a distance away from us as well.
Certainly did, yeah. It didn't seem as if it was one of us, and I didn't recognise it as any member out of the team anyway. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Some of the thoughts that the mediums picked up on as well, some of the things that they sensed, absolutely tie up with a lot of the history of the place. Now, there's not a great deal of information about the Whitley Beaumont estate on the internet. On the internet. I actually had to go to the library to achieve quite a lot of documents, which are quite hard to find.
It's not common knowledge.
It's certainly not common knowledge. No. But the medium, the two mediums that were with us, both picked up on some pretty collective evidence.
Oh, one of his mediums also got a lady through that was saying we need to find a letter. We need to look at a letter which will describe the man who lived on the estate, one of the men that lived on the estate, and he was the actual negative energy that was following us through the gardens. That picked up on not a very nice man that followed us through the gardens up to the summer house at the other side of the estate.
Are you referring to the same energy that we thought we heard in the area where we were hearing laughing and giggling?
Yeah.
I mean,
when we went to the field, to that monument, and the mediums told us she told the men in the group to be protective of the women within the group, because this male energy wanted to cause the women harm. But at the same time, she was getting a lady through which was saying we need to find a letter. There's a letter to referring to this male, and I've actually found the letter, and it does refer to him. And it actually states in the letter, it's from Marion Stanhope, and she wrote it on the 14th of November in 1808, and she's describing Whitley Hall on a visit, and part of the letter says, "In the room Mr. Beaumont sleeps in, I saw his coffin made of cedar wood. He scarcely ever sees a living creature and quite dislikes the sight of a woman. He does everything in the room which no housemaid ever enters, nor indeed any part of the house." So that backs up, that's the letter that she was referring
Here's
to.
a question then.
Yeah.
How feasible is it for Maria Stoyles to actually have researched all this information beforehand?
It's very doubtful.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have had time to do it, not to find out that the information that she was coming out with. It's taken us a long time to find all this information.
We didn't really tell her about the event for, until it was quite close up anyway, and by which time, I don't think she would have done.
No,
I don't think she's
the things that Maria was coming out with. She would have had to dig deep to find that information, and it's not possible that she would have had time to
she
find
certainly
it.
shouldn't know about anything that's happened in my childhood,
No.
which, as I say, was what brought me here in the first place.
Brilliant, best investigation we've ever done.
Absolutely, yeah, and
Absolutely
I just can't wait. I
fantastic.
can't wait to get back here again sometime soon.
Three Dewsbury schools alone shelled out $765,000, and they were Westborough High School, Earl's-Eaton. They were Westborough High School, Earl's-Eaton Technology, Shaun.
Do you want me to do this?
Technology. Grand Central's announcement was welcomed this week by Councillor Martin Bolt. And we're deeper than that. Despite being initially rebuffed, Councillor Bolt was able to conceive officials.
Conceive! He's breeding councillors now!
Yes, he's breeding councillors, conservatives. And little ones will be invited into the arena as dogs will guide ducks around an obstacle course complete with slides during Bob's, sheep and dogs and ducks. It's hard to say. Bob's, sheep, dog and ducks. We like a bit out of that.
How can you not know? Somewhere down south. That's scandalous. First time I saw Slayer, I was at Leeds 02. The second time I saw him at Sonostate, and then Jeff Hanneman got bitten by one of his snakes. Sorry, one of his spiders, and he died not so long back. So I was one of the last people ever to see him.